Hey everybody, I wanted to show you kind of one problem at a time, kind of how to go through the Revit certification practice exam, and maybe I can kind of give you some tips that might help save you some time. So one thing I noticed with the Revit certification is the time constraint on it is it's really crazy. So I think you have about a minute and a half per question to kind of get through 30 questions in the time limit. So on this first one here, this first one could take you a while, but just I think as a good tip is just to kind of look at what the question is actually asking you to do. So this one here, number one, it says, what is the distance between the center of the noted wall and grid 2? So really all it's asking you to do is figure out the dimension from the center of this wall to that grid, which it's pretty easy. If you were to start at the beginning, it would have you create all these kind of grid bubbles, and you have to create the horizontal grids, the vertical grids. It's gonna do stuff that's gonna make you kind of waste time, and it doesn't really test you over whether you did this part or not. All it really wants to know is what this dimension here is. So I mean, if you just kind of skipped over all this right here might take you maybe 2 minutes to do, once you could kind of skip over and just kind of answer this one really quickly. So just kind of keep in mind kind of what the question is actually asking you to do, so that you're not kind of wasting time doing some erroneous kind of mumbo jumbo stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of just to kind of show you how to make these grid bubbles. I'll show you that really quick. So first thing we're going to do, is says open up the arch base drawing. So I'm going to go to Revit. We're going to open up the arch base. All right, then it's going to have you make some grids. I'm going to click here. This one's going to be A, and I'm just going to change this to A. I'll make it capital A like in the example. So that's A, and this one is B. If you put the first one like you want it, and then the rest are going to go kind of in sequence. So there's that. This one is going to be 1. I'm going to change this to 1, right, and then 2, 3, 4. So all the time it took me to do that, none of that really matters, because really all they care about is we're going to come in here, I'm going to click this wall and figure out what this distance is. So I'm going to figure out what the distance is from the center of this wall to this grid line. And if it doesn't point to the center, you can kind of click this little dot and it'll kind of toggle between different sides in the center. So just make sure that it's the center, so that's 9 feet. And then I just hit the wrong button. I'm going to make sure I'll go down here, and this is going to be 9 feet. And then hit the next. We got the check mark. So that's kind of what we're looking for. But just, yeah, remember, look at what the question is asking you, so because you might be able to save a lot of time not having to do a bunch of extraneous stuff. All right, moving on to skipping around because I've been kind of playing around with these. Let me go back to number 2. So we go in order, and then we're going to open up the arch base, and we're going to open up the floor plan. So I'm going to close out of this one. I'm not going to save it. I think I was already in the arch base, wasn't I? It's okay. Arch base. Let's do that. We're going to open up floor plan 1, I believe it said. Level 1, draw mechanical chase in the northwest corner of the highlighted room using the furring 4.5-inch partition to match the following image. So we're going to create a wall that goes, you have to notice how the wall goes on the outside of this dashed line. So I'm going to open up here. I'm going to go zoom in here. I'm going to click on my wall. It already has the wall that I need. I'm just going to make sure that when we add the wall, we want to make sure it goes to the outside. So I'm going to click it. Now notice it goes to the inside, so I'm just going to hit the space bar, and that's going to flip it to the other side. I'm going to go up to the end, hit escape, and then now what is it asking us to do? So we've done that. It matches this. Ignore this answer here. It says, what is the resultant area of the room in square feet? So to find that, the resultant area, I'm going to look for the center of this room. Just kind of click that. And the resultant area is going to be 187.98. 187.98. 187.98. Hit next. And we're good. All right, so let me go back to number 3. We're going to open up Archbase, that one. We're going to open floor plan level 1. We're going to place a 36-inch by 48-inch slider with trim between this referenced line here. So we're going to add a window in that location, which is going to be, the window is going to be, just make sure you place it in the right spot, right? So is it here? Is it there? Oh, so it's going to be in this location. So I'm going to go up to architecture, window. There's my slider, my trim. I'm going to make sure that I zoom in. Make sure it's in this location here. Now it's a little bit above here. So I'm going to use my align. I'm going to click my window. Use the align tool. So I'm going to align it to this dash line here. Click that. Now it's in the center like I want it. And then it says, what is the resultant area of the host wall? The host wall. Not, we don't want the room area like in the first one. We want the host wall. So I'm going to click on this wall that the window is hosted on. And that is going to be, the area is 210.01. 210.01. Next. We're on a roll here. So now we're going to go into number 4. We're going to open up Archbase. Here it looks like we're going to be creating a roof. So open up floor plan level 2. I'm going to double click on level 2. I'm going to zoom out. Hit the escape because I'm in the dimension here. Don't want that. All right, so then it says we're going to create a roof by footprint. And then it tells you of what type. So wood rafter 8-inch, asphalt plumb cut. All right, so we're going to go to architecture, roof by footprint. We don't want that kind of roof, do we? We want the wood rafter, asphalt shingle. Is that what we want? Asphalt shingle insulated, rafter cut is plumb cut. So we got rafter cut is plumb cut. The fascia depth is 0. The overhang is 2 feet. The fascia depth is 0. The overhang is going to be up here. So that's going to be 2 feet. 2 feet. And then do we want that to extend to the wall core? Extend to the wall is unchecked. And then we're just going to draw our roof. So that's unchecked. I'm just going to click on this one here. It says pick wall. So I'm going to pick the outside. Make sure I pick the outside because my overhang is going to go on the outside of the wall. I'm going to go around, go around, go around. I'm going to go hit the check mark to finish it. There's our roof. Now it's asking us for, I click the right button here, what is the volume of this roof in cubic feet? So the volume of the roof right here is in 2103.53. 2103.53. 2103.53. Next. Oh yeah, we're on a roll. You're on a roll. All right, so number 5 is we're going to open up B02 stairs. I'm going to close out of this one and not save it. I don't want to save anything in case we got opened up later. So B02 stairs, open it. And then, I don't want that. It's my Okay, so open up floor plan level 1, create a stair by component with the following properties. Assembled stair, 7-inch max, blah, blah. So we're going to open up level 1. Already got that open. We're going to create a stair right here by component. So we got level 1. The base level, the top level is level 2. The offsets are 0. The actual run width is 3'6". So the actual run width here is 3'6" already. The location line is the exterior support left. So the exterior support left is our location line. So we got that right. The desired number of risers is 18. So beginning at the first run start point, the first run is to have 8 risers. So we're going to start here. We're going to go up 8 risers. And then at the second start point, which is over here, we're just going to kind of click it and drag it down to complete our stairs, right? So we need 8. So I'm going to pick my start point is here. I'm going to go up. You can see the number of risers is 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to click there. I'm going to click over here where I'm going to start it again and go straight down and just kind of go all the way. Make sure all my stairs are kind of played out. So that there it is. And then it says, what is the distance from the top riser to the interior face of the wall? So we're looking for this dimension here. So if I click, I want this to be here. I'm going to drag this down to here. So just make sure that our temporary dimension is where it needs to be. So that's 4'9". So here I'm going to type in 4'9". Hit next. All right, there we go. Number 6, we're going to open up the arch base, and then we're going to open up the floor plan level 1. So I'm going to close this one. I'm not going to save it. I want to open up the arch base. We're going to make sure that we're on level 1, and we are. And then it says we're going to create a railing using the following properties. The railing type is a glass panel bottom fill. The base offset is 0. The offset is 0. Follow the path as shown counterclockwise starting from the upper left corner. So we're going to create a glass panel railing starting from here, and we're going to go all the way around to here and there. So let's do that. I'm going to go to my railing, which is here. Click sketch by path. So we're already on the glass railing. Our offset is set at 2 inches, but we don't want that to be 2. We want that to be 0, right? Make sure. Now we're just going to follow the path around. So I'm going to click it. Make sure I get it all the way up to here. So there, all the way up to there. And I'm done, so I'm going to hit the check mark. The railing must be, so I need to add another. I'm not sure why it didn't. I didn't hit the chain. I did not hit the chain. I need to connect that. Now we're good. So then it says, what is the resultant length of the railing? So I'm just going to click on this railing. And the length is 36 feet. 36 feet, 0 inches. Next. Got it. All right, moving along, number 7. We're going to open up B0 for floor. Just going to close out of this and not save it. We're going to open up B0 for floor. Okay, now it says create a floor with the following properties. The type is 6-inch SOG. Select extend in the wall, offset 6 inches, height offset from level 0 feet. Select interior face of exterior walls and finish the sketch. Okay, so we're gonna, first of all, we're gonna create a floor and type it's the type 6 inches SOG. So we're gonna create a floor and we already have the type there. Let's make sure we have the settings like they want. Select extend in the wall to core. So we have that, extend in the wall to core, we got that. Offset 6 inches. Offset 6 inches. Oh, here, offset 6 inches. Height offset from level is 0. Select exterior face of exterior walls and finish the sketch. All right, so I'm just going to create this exterior walls here, there, there, there. Finish the sketch. So there's our floor. And then it says, what is the perimeter of the floor? So the perimeter of the floor is 299 feet 1 inch. 299 feet 1 inch. We're good. All right, number 8. Open a line. Oh, open a line mirror array. Open a line mirror array. Close this. No. Open a line mirror array. We're gonna open up that. And then it says open up the ceiling plan level 1. Ceiling plan level 1. I feel like I gotta go fast because I'm on a timer here trying to do the certification. If I was doing the certification, I'd be going like 90 miles an hour like this. But as I'm showing you how to do it, I probably need to, there's really no rush. I don't know why I'm trying to rush through this. Need to slow down. So anyway, we open up that. We're on level 1 ceiling plan. Select the first light fixture at the west end of the corridor. Create a linear array with the following properties. Move to last. Total number of items 9. Place last item on the second point. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna select the first light fixture at the west end of the corridor, and we're gonna create an array. So I'm gonna select this light. I'm gonna create an array, which is here. And then we want to look at our parameters here. Move to last, and the total number is 9. So we're going to move to last. I don't know why it doesn't show up. It just says LA, but that's last. And the total number is 9. Okay. And then it says place the last item in the array at the second point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to select our start of our array is going to be at this midpoint of this, and then the last point is going to be the midpoint or the intersection of this line here. And since we told it we wanted 9, it kind of spaced them out for us evenly. So now what they want us to do is they want us to, I guess we could measure from the center of here to the center of another one. That's 10'8". Oop. Yeah, make sure you don't click the wrong box. It'll waste your time. 10'8", I believe is what I said. I think it is. Yeah, 10'8". And then hit next. We got that one. All right, number 9. We're going to open up CO1 view scale. I'm going to close this. Save it now. Open up the view scale. View scale. This one. Open up that one. And then it says set the view scale to 1/16. So do that is right down here. Right now it's at 1/4. We're gonna change it to 1/16. Where are you at? Where are you at? Right here. 1/16. Notice how it made our text bigger. Which image below best matches the resultant plan? So looking at this, which image below? Oh, looking at what we have here, we want to pick out which one of the, not that, which one of these matches. So it's not that, it's not that, definitely not that. So it's got to be this first one here. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to pick next. Use. All right, so number 10. We're going to open up Arch Base, and then we're going to open up the floor plan level 1. I'm going to close out of this. Open up the Arch Base. Arch Base. Level 1. We're going to open up level 1. It's already open. We got level 1. And that says change the view template parameter from none to architectural plan in the properties palette. From none. The view template parameter from none. So the view template parameter. The view template parameter. So here's the view template, the parameter from none to architectural. Hit apply, hit OK. Make sure I cover all my bases there. Hit something. Okay, and then it says the casework category changes to which color. So the casework is going to be like the cabinetry. So, which would be up here. So that changed to, it looks like, I don't know, red or orange maybe. Let's see what our choices are. So yeah, I'm going to go with red right here. Click that. Next. All right, so we got that right. So that's our first 10. I'm going to stop there, take a breather. Maybe take a nap, I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop here. We'll do 11 through 20 coming up next. Stick around.